It's October 3rd, 2018, Bonanza, day one, 9:30 in the morning, and the parking lot is mostly full. We're going to adventure today and see all the amazing things that people have created in the village. And I've been to this many times, and it's always fascinating and amazing to see what people are able to do here. Okay, I'm just about ready to enter, and I see we've got the Crazy Quilters sign right here. We're going to talk to this woman and find out what's going on.
Good morning.
So who are you?
I'm Pat Clark from the Crazy Quilters Guild of Laguna Woods Village.
And how long have you been involved with the Quilters Guild?
Since 2011.
What do you think of this whole adventure, Bonanza?
I enjoy it every year. I put in 79 items for sale, and I like sewing and quilt making, and it's just a nice experience.
And how's it going so far? It's just like 9:45 on the first day.
Well, I've got almost 50 people have come in, but I'm not the only tally taker. There's one at the other door as well. So,
And is someone gonna be tallying the whole Saturday and Sunday?
amen. Yes.
Do you have any idea how many people visited last year?
Oh, not offhand, but I would say probably 200 or 300 at least.
At least, right? And tell me about this quilt right here.
This is our banner quilt for our guild, and I did a lot of the embroidery work on it. So a couple of the other gals made the quilt blocks, and we assembled it to share when our guild was formed in 2001. We've been in business now for 17 years. This is the quilt label, and it's just a picture of all of us that worked on this particular banner quilt for our guild.
How long have you lived in the village?
Since 2010, so 8.5 years.
And how is the village helping you thrive?
Because I like its security, its convenience, the beauty. I like where I live. I'm close by the equestrian trail, so on the weekends I can go out and say hi to the horses, and I like hearing the squirrels run across the roof, and it's just a nice place to live.
This room is amazing. How many quilts are on display right now?
Oh boy, I don't have any idea.
At least 50, right?
20, 30, 40. Yeah, at least.
And did people work all year long to make these quilts?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
And you've got one. Let's see yours. Show me.
This is one small one that I made.
And why are you a quilter?
It's just my passion. I love to do it. I love to sew. I started out sewing and then went to quilts. I've been doing it for 30 years.
How long have you been at Bonanza?
This is my 4th or 5th year. It
Yeah,
might be
right.
4 years.
They kind of all blur together, right?
They do, because it's so much fun to meet lovely people, and they enjoy our work, which is great.
And is it all women?
As of now, yes, it is. We do not have any men, but they're welcome. They're welcome to come to the Crazy Quilters. We like men too. You know, they can sew. A lot of them are great.
And do all the quilters do the quilting here? Like, what happens in this room?
We put the quilts together. There are a few people that can do the meandering stitch on quilts, and they do it in-house. We also have long arm quilters, which is a machine, big machine, and they can do the quilting on that in different patterns.
And when it comes to all the quilts that we're seeing, who helps you with the design? Do you guys collaborate together to create the designs?
Sometimes we do. We do once a month. We have a block, and everybody can participate in that, and we make a quilt. Most of these, I would say, are the quilter's own interpretation. Some of them are patterns, like this one over here.
Ones are kind of little flat.
That is called Storm at Sea, but it's also got a heart on it, too.
And if someone wants to become a quilter, what do they need to do?
They could come in here and sign up to be a quilter. We meet once a month, well, except for July, at Clubhouse 7, and our normal meetings are at 1 o'clock. And then we have use of this room on Tuesday evening and Thursday from 1 till 8. So if you join the club, you can come in here and sew with us and have a good time. We have a good time.
And are quilters like, my wife is a knitter and a quilter. You know, could you describe quilters? Is there kind of a common theme why someone becomes a quilter? No, it's a hard question.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think why I did. Well, I used to be a sewer. I had all this scraps left, so I decided to make a quilt, and I have that still with all my. I have 2 daughters. I used to clothes for them, and I decided to make a quilt with all their leftover clothes, and that's how I started. And I just enjoyed it so much, I've kept on going.
So tell me who you are.
I'm Elaine Batten, and I'm president of the Needleworks Club. And we meet at Clubhouse 3 every Thursday morning from 9 to 12. It's a drop-in. Anybody's welcome to come, and we have approximately 60 members. And we do all kinds of knitting for charity mostly. All our projects are Afghans, lap robes, walker caddies, scarves, hats, and we have various charities that we donate all these things to. Plus, people can knit for their own personal pleasure.
And what's going on in this room right here?
Well, this is our craft show that we do every year, Bonanza, and we sell all the things that we make, and we use the money to buy more yarn to donate it for charity. And anything that doesn't sell here will be donated to charity after the event.
Do you have any idea how much money you raise on Bonanza to give?
Between 1,500 and 2,000.
That's impressive.
Yes, last year we did 1,700. I think this year we'll do more.
And do people know that when they're purchasing the garments that it's going to charity, basically?
We have a sign that's posted by the cashier desk. All our brochures show our status as a nonprofit charity.
And what do you get out of this? How does this help you thrive to be a part of this whole organization?
Oh, the pleasure. You know, everybody loves to knit and crochet and needlepoint, and they enjoy the pleasure of giving it to charity. We're at the point a lot of us have knitted for our grandchildren, and our grandchildren are all grown up, so now we extend it to the community and give to hospitals and the veterans and the Heart Association. So we have 5 or 6 charities that we donate every year.
And you face lit up when you said that, right? You don't know that, but look at that giant smile, right? That must give you a lot of pleasure.
It does. And we enjoy doing the projects, and as you can see, there's beautiful things that are made.
It seems to me that if you didn't know how to knit, we've got plenty of people that could teach you how to knit.
Oh, certainly, yes. Oh, yes. There's people. We have people that come in just to have some help, and we can help people learn to knit, crochet, do anything, all the crafts.
And there's a lot of camaraderie when you're sitting around in Clubhouse 3, right?
Exactly.
Chatting.
Oh, yeah, chatting, yes.
Probably made some good friends.
Oh, yeah. When I moved here 3 years ago, and I knew nobody, so the first thing I did was join this group.
That was smart, right?
Yes, it was. I made lots of friends.
And I bet you, the friends that you made, you do a lot of other things besides knitting with,
Oh,
right?
we do. We go to lunch. We have, field trips. We go to stores. And this year we're celebrating our 40th anniversary, so we're going to have a big luncheon in the spring.
40 years.
40 years at Laguna Woods.
Our wood shop is amazing. I've been here many times, but every time you come in, you have no idea what these amazing craftsmen have created, and I'm sure we're going to see some super interesting work by these guys. We are so lucky to have this amazing wood shop in the village. I think it's mostly men. There are a few women who take advantage of this facility, but it sure gives the men who love to work with their hands something to do, and they take advantage of it. What do you think of all this work?
I think it's fabulous. I already own one of his bowls, and I wanted to come back and see about getting another one. He is really a famous artist.
Yeah.
And his name is Lloyd Walter. I forgot his name. But a lot of the wood is grown here in Laguna Woods. And he has a book, and he shows you how he makes it all, if you want to buy the book. But it's a statement, and it's an art, and I like things that are done by people who make things with their hands. And if they're really, really good, it kind of speaks to me. So I'm in love with this one.
So these have to get
This one. it would just look gorgeous on a table. Here, look at this.
Yeah, you have that in your house. It makes you happy every day just to see it, right?
Well, people would come in and go, wow. But can you imagine the work that went into this? And the other thing is, it's because it's of nature, so you're reusing it, you're not getting rid of it. He does fabulous work. A lot of people here are good, but he's the best.
And how long have you lived in the village?
I've been here 10 years.
10 years. And you got a big smile on your face when you said that. Are you having fun?
Well, today I am.
But do you love living here?
Well, I haven't had a chance to experience all the clubs that they have. They have over 300 clubs because I'm still working.
Really?
But when I stop working, yes, I'm sure I'll enjoy it more. But I look very much forward to this. I always run down, come here first, and then there's one in the other department that I always go for her hats.
Oh, look at that. Could you put that on?
Oh, sure. She is fabulous. Ho Chang, her name is.
Oh, you look ridiculously good with that hat on.
So she's very good too. So I always run over there before she sells out.
Man, that's amazing. So who are you?
Ken Fry.
How long have you lived in the village?
Since 2008.
And how long have you been doing the woodworking?
Since about 2011.
Okay, so you've been doing this a while.
Yes,
Did you have experience with woodworking before you showed up here?
very little.
And how do you feel about this whole experience, the shop and the people, this whole thing?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's if you look at the tumbling blocks concept, this was one of the challenges somebody gave me that allowed me to kind of grow. And it was one of the things that I actually exceeded the challenge that they had given me, and has become a good selling point for the Bonanza, which is nice.
Do you normally sell every year?
I try to, yes.
And is all this work, is this all 1 year's worth of work?
Yes.
You did all this in a year?
Yes, with the exception of a couple of my art pieces.
Okay. How many hours a day do you think you spend in here?
Probably around 25 hours a week.
25 hours a week.
Yeah.
Is it a labor of love?
Oh yeah. I sell it at cost of materials so that I can experiment. So I'm continually trying to do new things.
How is being a woodworker helping you thrive as you're aging up and in your retired reality?
Well, it keeps me busy and keeps me on my toes, that's for sure. Let's face it, we all have our medical issues and life goes on. But the idea is to stay active and to keep moving.
It's mostly men in here, right? Do you have a few women that do the woodworking?
Yes, women actually are starting to come in here, and we've had them periodically, especially from the other some of the other shops. But yes, we're starting to get more and more women coming in and actually doing. Some are learning how to woodwork. Others are doing projects from home, and they finish one project and they'll. Well, I can do it. I need to do this one, so I'll bring that project in. So it's pretty good.
You seem like a really good example of somebody who lived here for a while, discovered this place, and is making the most of it.
Trying to, yeah.
I'm Karen Jackson, and I have lived in Laguna Woods since 2002. And I met Saeed last year because of Sandu. I had a special problem in my house and needed a handyman to work with wood, and Sandu sent Saeed over to help. And all my drawers open beautifully, and I can say he's a wonderful person as far as he does wonderful woodwork. And I want to say that we need to support the qualities of being good to each other and helping other people, and that's what Laguna Woods all year long should be like, and also what it should be like at Christmas. So I just wanted to tell you what a great person he is and what a great handyman and an artist as well.
What do you think of his art?
I think it's fabulous.
Give us a little tour.
Well, you can see here, this is really kind of whimsical. It's magical, and how many people enjoy wine but they don't have something as fun and special to have as something like this. And I love cutting boards. You use them so often, but it's especially fun to have something that is artistic as well.
And how long have you been woodworking, Saeed?
Something about 45.
How long have you lived in the village?
5.
Is this
years.
heaven for you to come
Yes.
here every day?
Yes.
Tell us who you are.
My name is Carmen Pacella, and I live in Laguna Woods Village.
How long have you lived here?
1 year.
Just a year?
Yes.
And how long have you been creating these handmade guitars?
First one was made in 1964
No kidding.
in high school wood shop.
And how many have you constructed since you moved here a year ago?
Just one that I'm in
Well,
progress.
let's go see that one. Show me what you're talking about here.
How do you like it? From scratch. So from scratch, you make the molds for the wood,
Yes.
and then you do the bending of the sides. You boil the wood to bend it, and then you clamp it in place. And then after it dries in about a week, you're ready to start the assembly. Then
Wow.
you put the bracing in. You make the bottom. This is actually the back of the guitar. It's book
Beautiful.
matched, 2 pieces. This is Indian rosewood. Same rosewood as the sides. Same rosewood as the fingerboard. fretboard.
How did you get started in this?
I had a great shop teacher.
Really?
That's why I love the wood shop in Laguna Village, because we have a great wood shop here.
It's the finest,
you
right?
it's the best. You can't tell because everything is covered up, but they got great machines, great machinery.
You must have died and gone to heaven when you
I
moved
did.
here.
Everybody asked me that. Yeah, I did. I walked in here. I said, "Okay, we're moving in. Where do I sign? Where do I sign?"
And is he playing one of your guitars?
He's playing one of my guitars. He's playing classical
You
guitar.
must get all kind of pleasure. How many guitars have you sold? You know,
I don't sell them.
you don't sell them.
I don't sell them.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Are they like children?
They're pretty much like my kids.
So he gets the pleasure of playing it, but if you wanted to buy it from you, you'd say sorry.
Well, no, I have a price on them. It's just that I haven't really sold any. We moved in here a year ago.
Okay.
And prior to that, I was working, so I didn't have a...
Is this your first Bonanza?
Yes, first Bonanza. It's
It's
pretty
only
wild.
been like an hour, but how's it going so far?
It's great. It's great. Good turnout. A
You
lot
must
of
love the feedback you're getting from
It's
people,
fun.
right?
Exactly. Like I'm going to ask feedback from this classical guitar player.
He sounds great. How is this guitar?
It's really nice. The action's good, and the tone. It's hard to hear in here, but it plays and sounds very nice.
So, how many have you made in total then that you haven't sold? Is this it? Is this your whole collection?
No, I have a couple others. Probably 12.
How long does it take?
It depends, because it's always been a hobby. So it's, a few hours a week. It really takes months to make a good one, because there's a lot of gluing and you've got to dry it. And you have to, age the wood, make sure you get the right wood, cut it properly. And then finishing takes time. You can't just paint it, you've got to do hand rub finish. I make my own varnish for the French polish on the guitars.
How many hours do you spend in the woodworking shop?
I volunteer here a half day a week, and then I spend another half day a week working on projects.
And do you have long-term goals, or is it just a day-to-day kind of thing with you, as far as where you head with your?
My goal is to just make the best I can make. So I really spend a lot of time working on different parts of it, and I'd like to sell them. Obviously, it's an expensive hobby. Number one, wood's expensive. There's over $600 for the wood in that.
$600?
Yeah, that's just the cost of the wood.
Wow.
There's $500 of the wood right here.
How many people in the world make handmade guitars? Do you have any idea?
No, but there's a lot of luthiers. There's a lot of them.
What's that term?
Luthier.
Spell it for me.
Luthier. That was luthier is they used to make lutes.
Okay.
Back in the 1800s, 1700s. So that was a lute maker. That's a lute maker. They call him a luthier.
Is that what you would call yourself then?
No, because I don't sell my services and I don't sell my guitars, so I'm not considered a luthier.
Okay.
Not yet, anyhow.
And how much fun?
That might be the goal.
How much fun do you have? You look like you're really laughing and smiling. Is this a labor of love?
It is. Absolutely. I mean, who wouldn't if you're having fun?
Do you, in your house, where do you keep them?
I have them all in my little stands. I've got them in the, so I made all these little stands. This is not my guitar. I make all
That has many
Okay.
I just have them in the living room.
So it's like art.
I
you walk in
consider,
your house.
yeah, because I design them. So it's starts with a piece of paper and a pencil. That's where I start, and then after that, I just start cutting out wood.
That's an amazing story.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's a lot of us.
Well,
there's 2 or 3 makers here
Really?
that work on a regular basis that are considered real luthiers because they sell their work.
Okay. What started this whole thing off for you?
I started in I think it was like 1963 or 64, and I wanted an electric guitar. I was in ninth grade. The Beatles were The Beatles were just coming into the country, and there was a lot of guitar talk going on. And I was a Chuck Berry and a Bo Diddley fan, and so I went to my shop teacher and I said, I want to make a guitar like Bo Diddley. So he basically walked me through making a whole design.
Wow.
So it was the first one that I made. That one I played professionally for a few years with a rock band, and then gave that all up. And then that fell off the truck. I lost that one. It broke. So this was the second one that I had that survived. So it's still playable. You plug this into an amp, you'll love it. It's really great.
Cool. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I'm glad I asked you that question. That's a great story.
Yeah, I'm not telling anymore.
Who are you?
I'm Dorothy Pacella, and I'm married to Carmen Pacella, and we moved to the village just over a year ago.
And what's it like being married to Carmen?
Carmen, it's heaven on earth. We've been married just 15 years, as a matter of fact, and his passion for what he does is, whether it's guitars, whether it be his family, whether it be his friends, he's just a solid man who everyone just really gravitates to. His career was in sales management, so he's focused on customer service. And his passion for guitars particularly, as he's probably said in his part, dates back to when he was a young man and just playing at 14 years old when he started playing in a band on the road. So needless to say, he's just a wonderful person and the love of my life.
And how is moving here helping the both of you thrive?
It helps us because we have the gift of time. And so, for example, we work out at 24-Hour Fitness 5 days a week. So we're healthier, and we have time to develop new lasting relationships that we didn't when we worked, because we were always on the freeway.
And what do you want to be doing now that you're sort of landed here, you're into this place? What are you looking forward to doing?
I'm looking to take advantage of some of the opportunities here at Workshop 4, but also volunteerism. So I know there's a lot of opportunity. Carmen and I are both blessed with our health and high energy level, and so we want to be able to give back.
And what do you think of this whole Bonanza thing?
Oh, this is great. This is our first, and just so much talent in the village is just breathtaking. And it's like a treasure on earth here in our own little island, and we're very fortunate to be part of it.
So who are you?
I'm Sam Lagasse, and I am a member of the board, the Camera Club board, and also a 3-year member.
And where are we right now?
We are in the middle of the classroom where emeritus classes are taught, as well as Camera Club classes.
And what are we looking at behind you?
We have some of our members' work. So we have some from Jim Gravel. Over here, we have work by Jim Leventhal. Some of the members are from outside the community, but most of them are from here.
And what do you think of the photography that happens here?
I have to say that it is really a cut above. It is very, very competitive in terms of the quality of work that's here, but no one is to be intimidated because photography that's done with your cell phone can be just as good. And if your camera skills aren't up to par, this is the place for you. This is the place to learn.
And how long have you been a photographer?
I've been a photographer since my early 20s, and we will not even say how many years ago that was.
So you've been taking pictures for a while.
Yes, that's true. And when I retired, I rekindled my love of photography, and so this was a match made in heaven for me.
And how is living here helping you thrive?
I retired a year ago, and what I have done is I have joined every single club known to man to see which ones stick. And this year, I'm eliminating clubs that I feel that are not for me, but this is the one that I have embraced and will keep throughout my time here in Laguna Woods.
The photographers are interesting people, right?
Oh, they're fascinating. When you go to one of these classes, people come from all walks of life. And what I love is that there is no ego involved in terms of what it is they have done, and they are all incredibly helpful in helping you to improve your photography.
You guys are the cutest couple ever. Have you been hearing that today?
We've heard it a couple of times, yes. Thank you.
I don't know, I don't.
we don't know why.
You just have a nice, happy vibe. It's awesome.
We feel it ourselves.
Do you guys love living here?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Why?
Definitely.
All the activities, the different things that you can do or not do. There's no pressure. Everything is taken care of on the outside of your unit. We have a golf cart. We get around in that. Go to 19, do TGIF, the dancing at the Rock and Rollers.
Yeah.
And then comedy club, number of different. We're involved in a lot of different things, but not so much that we're worn out every day.
We go to the pool a lot.
Yeah, we used to go to the pool all the time. Yeah, we're losing the tan, losing the temperature in the tan.
What did you think of the Bonanza?
It was wonderful, wonderful.
There's so many talented people here.
Very talented,
Yeah.
and the prices are amazingly good. We got Christmas presents and may come back again tomorrow. It was very nice.
So I just found out you both met each other here and got married when?
The last of
December
last year,
29th.
December 29th. Thank you. If I forget this, I'm in trouble next year.
Yes.
That's a great love story that you met in the village and you got married.
We lived across the street from each other on Via Mariposa, and had known each other for about 8 years or so, 7 years. And my late wife passed. The three of us were friends, and I had no idea that the two of us would be married.
No.
Just happened, huh?
Yeah. And before my wife passed, she said, "Hey, you're going to do not too well as a single person, so I know you need to be with somebody. Hope you find a good woman." And she had no idea that it would be Rosemary. So, and we have a lot of fun. It's just a whole different life for us, and we're using every minute that we have. It's been a lot of fun.